Rush, rush, hear the wind, sing it back to you.
Hi guys, I'm Annabelle and welcome to Meeple Village. Today we are going to continue our campaign of Imperial Assault. We are playing Return to Hoth and we're just going to go ahead and continue today and finish the campaign, so stay tuned for that. Alright guys, we're back with more Star Wars and we haven't had one of these scenarios in a while. I think the last one we did was somewhere at the beginning of last year. So because of that, I had forgotten how to use the app. I had to go through this whole learning curve, and I have to confess that I started the mission and recorded it for you guys, but then when I was about done with the mission, we were about to defeat the boss at the end of the mission. The cameras, I found out that the cameras it was a mess. And so what I tried to do is I went into the app and I wanted to restart the mission so I could go ahead and record again for you guys, even though I had spent like 2 hours and a half already. But I didn't think it was a quality video that you guys deserve, so I wanted to restart the mission. But what I ended up doing was I surrendered. And yeah, we failed the mission, even though I was about to win it. And unfortunately, what happened was now it doesn't let me go back. I have to continue on to the next mission. And they leveled me up. I had to get new skills. And there was also stuff for me to buy at the armory, which, it was a mess. And I apologize. I'm sorry, you guys. Technology is much smarter than me. Let me just tell you that. So what we're going to do, because I really do want to play this game and I wanted to show you and I wanted to finish a campaign. Now I'll give you a quick summary of what's going on. So if you are not caught up with what's going on at Hoth, you can go back and watch those videos, and there's Adventure 1, 2, and the one that we failed was Adventure 3. And what had happened was we had come back to our haven, which was our safe place, and we found out that the rebel leader, was it named Benix, had been kidnapped. And so I had a choice between going forth with my mission to try and destroy the tank that the Imperials were building, or go save Benix. And poor Benix, like I said, I went to try and save her and I was about to do it, but because I surrendered, I guess Benix died. Sorry, Benix, I really did try. And so now we're gonna go and with Benix dead and probably people at Haven really mad at me, we're going to continue on with our adventure. Which puts us back at Ison, which is the place where, everything happened. And yeah, this forgotten planet is home to the idyllic mountains village Haven. So we're back here. And then all we can do now, since we can't save Benix anymore, is just one more thing. So we're going to go with that one. You return to the now leaderless village of Haven one last time before rejoining the rebellion. I mean, I love how they keep telling me this and they keep throwing this in my face. You failed, Annabelle. You didn't rescue Benix. I know, but it wasn't my fault. It was the camera's fault. Alright, so we're going to begin the encounter. Haven is quieter than normal. Villagers whisper as you walk by, only occasionally loud enough for you to hear Benix. Yeah, I know. You buy provisions at a noticeably steeper rate than before and decide to return to the shuttle. So yeah, of course they don't like me anymore. And I did buy my provisions. I went ahead and got some stuff and I'm going to show it to you. Don't you worry, you'll see what everybody's got. And now we've got a lot of stuff and it's a lot of things to remember. And that's when I feel like playing solo becomes a problem, because if I was playing with somebody else, I would only have to worry about half the stuff that I have to worry about. Well, let's click continue. And here's the name of our mission, just one more thing. You sit in silence for a moment before Kish crashes into the room holding an Imperial transceiver. We missed the device in the hold, he shouts, eyes wide. A recording of General Soren's voice crackles. Attention all troopers. The rebel stronghold was a defenseless village all along. Report to the flagship at Echo Base and prepare for invasion. I think it's funny because me surrendering that mission has caused so much chaos, because remember, I had a choice between saving Benix and deviating from my main mission or going ahead and completing my mission. Now I put my mission aside, which was already an issue to begin with, and then I failed at rescuing Benix, and now they're coming to invade Haven. Yeah, one button. I press one button and chaos. So continue. We'll have to face the consequences. Losing Benix was enough. You won't let this village be destroyed for your war. It's a long shot, Falcon offers, but I think that old ion cannon at the base is still functional. We could try to shoot down Soren's flagship before it leaves Hoth. Okay, so yeah, because they're going to go prepare for the invasion. So you thank Falcon for the tip, but ask your allies to stay behind to evacuate the villagers. They're going to hate us even more, but we'll do what we can, the lieutenant responds. I know not everyone believes, Kish says, but may the force be with you. Yeah, we're gonna need the force. We have enemies here, we have enemies with the Imperials. We just not making friends lately. Continue. You return to Hoth in your stolen shuttle only to witness a waking nightmare, a Star Destroyer floating over Echo Base. You speed toward your former home as the destroyer threatens to jump to Haven at any moment. Oh, nice. The ion cannon's control are as clunky as the engineers always complained about. Knowing you might only get one shot, you struggle to line up the creaking targeting machinery. One hero tests strength, one hero tests sight, one hero tests. I only have two heroes, guys. So one tests strength, one tests sight, and one tests tech. Each hero must perform at least one test. Oh, okay. So I have to divide it. All right. So we have to input the total amongst all those stuff. And I'm guessing we need a really high number because it's a lot of testing. Okay. So let's see. So I guess we'll go with whoever's better at whatever. So strength and tech for Shyla, because Shyla has what is it? Two blue and a green, and our other friend only has one die. I mean, two dice. It has blue and green. So there's that. And then I'm also going to have her roll tech, which is blue and yellow, because I feel the yellow have more surges. And then he's going to roll his sight, because everybody has to roll at least one thing, which is another blue and green. So we'll start with Finn, who's going to roll his sight, blue and green. And he gets one surge. Then Shyla is going to roll her strength, blue, blue, green. And she gets two surges, so we're up to three. And we get two more, so we were at three, so we're at five. And we're going to have to hope that five is enough. You expertly fire a volley of ionized charges across the underbelly of the Star Destroyer as shimmer ripples throughout the ship, easily disabling the shields for enough time to get aboard. You gain 10 fame. Okay, so we did it. 5 was enough. You run outside to your shuttle and rocket toward the destroyer. A launch bay whose shields have been disabled catches your eye. You try to land at full throttle and splash across the hangar floor. We're going quickly, aren't we? You quickly dispatch the scan security forces, but as you pause to get your bearings, space stretches and Hoth disappears into a streak. The Star Destroyer is already headed for Haven. Of course it is. Okay, and I guess we have to go back and help because everybody's headed to Haven. Let's see. This forgotten planet is home to the idyllic mountain village Haven, and then we're doing our last hope. Your desperate plan to board the Star Destroyer worked, though you couldn't stop the ship from jumping to Ison. Race to the bridge and confront Soren before Haven is lost. No ally available because we used, on top of everything, last time I decided to use the troopers. They gave me troopers as an ally, and they died like within like 2 turns. So they were useless in that mission, and now we have nothing. So again, I guess we're going solo. I guess also because we sent everyone else to evacuate Haven, it makes sense that we have no allies. I'm going to begin the mission. Imperials race through the corridors as they prepare their invasion. Slowly, methodically, you evade these forces and climb toward the bridge. Let's go get Soren. After several close calls, you finally reach the bridge. Through the open door, you overhear an Imperial transmission. First Division deployed. Second landing now, sir. A trooper's voice crackles. Out of time to spare, you ambush the pair of stormtroopers standing guard and stride into Soren's command center. Okay, we're gonna place all these tiles and make the map. All right, we have our map. Let's continue. We got 3 terminals. The secluded mountain village of Haven is clearly and threateningly visible over the destroyer's command panels. Place 3 terminals. Okay, so we have a terminal here, and a terminal here. A crate of supplies sits just inside Soren's personal command chamber. Place a crate right over here. Of course, we get some Imperials. An officer maintains the Star Destroyer's steady course toward Haven. Deploy an Imperial officer and assign it a color. So he's right here by the terminal, and he has a black base, so we'll make him black. Here's another one. A second officer appears to be monitoring the ship's diagnostics. Deploy another Imperial officer. Okay, we have another one over here. He'll be gray. And there he is. General Soren stands with his hands clasped behind his back, admiring the view of his coming victory. We have to deploy General Soren. And again, I don't have Soren, so we're gonna make him Vader. I have Soren, but he's on like a AT-AT, so, or an AT, however you want to call it. Okay. All right, so we've got doors. So before I do that, let me get everybody's cards. Suddenly an alarm blares. You turn around to find one of the guards has crawled to an alert station. General Soren whips around. His surprise melts to hatred almost instantly. Locked down on the bridge, he yells, "Security!" Place 3 doors. The doors are locked. The last door is here, and they are locked. I'm guessing he's really secure in there. Continue. Nearby security personnel rushes to their general's defense. So we're not done with enemies. Deploy snow troopers elite. So they're over here, and there's 3 of them. Okay, continue. In an elite probe droid. The guards lock all exits from the bridge to prevent your escape. You're surrounded, but the ship's controls are finally within reach. Deploy the rebels. Here come the rebels. As Haven's certain destruction looms, you resolve to disable Soren's flagship by any means necessary. So our objective is to disable all 3 terminals, which means we have to go into where Soren is, which sounds like fun. Continue. All right, round 1. So I'm not sure how the doors get opened. They didn't give us that information, so I think destroying these 2 terminals could probably do it. Of course, there's enemies on the way. So I could split the party and send one each way, or I could keep them together. I think if we split the party, it'll be faster, but more dangerous. But, who doesn't like a challenge, right? So let's see. We're going to let's start with our range attacker, see how he does with these 3 guys. He does have line of sight to most of them, and he only gets 2 attacks, so it's not like, besides, how much health do they have? 6 health. So, all right, we're gonna go with Fen. Let me show you his cards real quick. So as I said, they've got a lot of stuff. I'm not even gonna go over all of them. We'll go over the ones you can take a look at all of them and kind of get familiar with them. You can pause the video if you'd like. You can read all of them. But right now, what I'm looking at is using Havoc Shot, which is his innate ability. It says if I strain 1, use while attacking with a melee weapon, this attack gains blast 1, which means I would hurt another stormtrooper for 1 if I do hit the stormtrooper I'm targeting, which I'm going to target the one in the middle so I can have a choice of which one I want to blast. But other than that, he's going to fire his infantry rifle, which is going to be rolling a red and a green. And the stormtroopers are going to defend with a black die. not stormtroopers, snow troopers. So I got my dice pool ready. And then with a surge, we get +1 damage. With a different surge, we could get +1 accuracy. And you can only use these once. So even if I have 5 surges, I can only use each ability once. But we also have a disruption cell, which we bought during the mission that I failed. I didn't fail, I voluntarily surrendered. But you know, it's okay. +2 accuracy, so that's the range. So right now I'm at a range of, let's check, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I would have to roll at least a 2 on my dice because I'm getting +2 accuracy. And when you declare an attack, replace 1 die in your attack pool with a red die. So I will go ahead. These are the dice that I have right now. And I guess we'll get rid of, let's see. I think this one has more range. It has up to 4. But I'm looking for damage because I have the range over here with my disruption cell. So I'm going to replace the blue one with the red. Because the red one usually has more damage. Like, yeah, nice damage. Okay, so that was that. So I'm doing that. And then if I, for a strain, while using, use while you attacking to gain Pierce 1 and apply +2 accuracy to the attack results. And that's to the results. So I can do that after if I feel like I need to. So that's good. And then let's see. When you use Havoc Shot, it applies Blast 2 instead of Blast 1. So I'm actually doing 2 damage to a nearby trooper, snow trooper. I think that's all I got. Oh, here, exhaust this card when you declare an attack targeting a figure within 3 spaces, but this guy's 4 spaces, so that wouldn't apply. But I would get +2 to my result. And then I have 3 health. This is for defending. And here, exhaust this card when you are attacking, when an attacking targeting you is declared. So this is defending as well. So that's what we got. Let's see how we roll. All right, I do have the range because I got a 3. I only needed a 2. They are blocking 1 because that's a block. So I am inflicting 2 damage to the one in the middle. Now I could exhaust to get a Pierce 1 and do an extra damage. But I'm going to do another attack soon. And if I exhaust this, well, actually I don't have to exhaust, I just have to strain. Do I want to do 1 more damage? I don't need the accuracy. And I only have 4 chances to strain. So I think I'm going to keep it. I didn't get any surges. I already did that. I think that's it. So, but because we got the blast 2, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it to the guy that I can't see. He's not on my line of sight, I don't think. Oh yeah, he is. Sure, we'll give it to him. Although I should probably give it to the one that's further. If I do have line of sight to this guy, which I think I do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, because it's from one corner to another corner. So we'll go like that, and for my second action, I'm going to attack the same guy, hopefully do better. I will replace again, and do I want to strain? What was I straining? Oh, wait, I did strain for that. What I didn't do was exhaust this for a figure within 3 spaces. What did I? Oh no, I strained for this. So I do have to strain to get my Havoc Shot, which I will, so I gain the blast, so I can hit somebody else. And this one is for the results. I'm just going to leave it up so I remember that if I want to get the Pierce 1 and accuracy, I can. And let's go. Okay, so again, I got the range. They're blocking 1. I'm inflicting 2 damage. I could make it 3, but that wouldn't kill him. So I don't think I want to strain to do that. I do get the blast 2, so both of them are now at 4 damage, but they're not dead. I'm not sure if it's so smart to split the party. 3 guys. I mean, but I don't know. It's they're about to die. I'm gonna only have to worry about maybe 1. So I guess we will. So Fenn's finished regardless. And then someone's gonna go, and it is the guys taking revenge. So when the first figure in this group attacks, add 1 green die to the attack pool. So on top of it, they're getting an extra green die. Great. Activation. This figure recovers 2 damage. Oh gosh. Okay, so that's going to happen to both of them. So they're down to 2 damage. Okay, maybe they won't be dead. Okay, and then they're going to move 4 to attack the healthy rebel that has suffered the least damage, but they're both healthy. Um, let's see. I think Finn has more HP because he does get 3 health and 1 endurance. So they will attack Shyla. So they're gonna all move forward to do this because they all get to activate. So let's start with this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, can you move there? Yeah, okay. And he does have line of sight. Well, actually, figures look line of sight, but from one corner to the other, I'm sure he's got it. Okay, he adds a green die, and on top of the green die, this guy is rolling blue and green. So blue, green, and another green. Wow, okay, so I get to block 3. They're actually only doing 2, but they do have 3 surges. 3. So let's check what their priority for those surges are. +3 accuracy, which they don't need. They do pierce 2, which means that I'm only having 1 block. So they're doing 1 damage to me. So we get that. And then they get focus and weaken. So they will focus and then they will weaken me. So he is focused. I'll leave it up there. And I am weakened. I'll put it on me. And here's what these things do. And then the next guy is going to do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't see with the door in the way, but I'm not sure if this blocks line of sight. Let me check. All right, so this dashed line is impassable terrain. You cannot cross this, of course, because there's like something there, furniture, whatever that is. But you can trace line of sight through impassable terrain. So that means this guy's he gets to go. Well, not that guy, this guy, which is moving there. Hold on. Yeah, I left his damage there. So all right, so let's attack with him. So he doesn't get the green die because it says when the group attacks, add a green die to the attack pool. All right, so he got the range. No surges. He's inflicting 2 damage. All right, it says while defending my weakened, apply -1 blocking surge to the defense results. Discard this condition at the end of your activation. So she keeps that. She's still weakened, unfortunately. So that was that. And then this guy is going to move forward. Let me just get the door out of the way for a second. 1, 2, 3. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Figures. Hold on. All right, so figures do block line of sight. 1, 2, 3. So he's not going to be able to attack, but he is moving there. Actually, hold on a second, because after these guys attacked, they wanted to move 2 to reposition 3. So they're actually getting out of the way. 1, 2 to reposition 3, and they're 3 away from Shyla, or as close to being away from Shyla as they can. And then this guy will move to reposition 3. Okay. So this guy has clear 1, 2, 3. What's the speed? Speed is 4. So he can come all the way here and attack and then run away like the coward that he is. And this time Shyla is blocking all damage apparently, but there is a surge, and the surge is just accuracy, which is not going to do anything, so she is okay. And they are finished. Oh, he actually moves back. All right, so we're going to go have Shyla go next, and let me show you what she's all about. Then I think I'm going to go after the droid. And here's all her stuff. She has even more things than Fen. She's using a Mandalorian whip as her ability. If I tap this and I exhaust myself, choose a small hostile figure within 3 spaces and line of sight. Push that figure up to 3 spaces to a space adjacent to you, then perform an attack with a melee weapon targeting that figure. She is a melee attacker. And then you can look at all of her stuff. Let's go over the ones I'm going to use right now. She's going to use her BD1 Vibro Axe, which again is melee. She's been rolling a red and a green. It has reach. It has with surges, it can get another damage and bleed, and cleave 2. And then she's got 2 mods because this weapon has, if you notice, the weapon has 2 orange triangles, so she can have up to 2 mods. So she has a shock emitter. Exhaust this card while attacking to apply +1 damage to the attack results, and we can stun our target.
And then the extended haft, which is if this weapon has reach, which it does, it gains Pierce 1. So our weapon has Pierce 1. If not, the weapon would gain Pierce. We have a full sweep. Exhaust this card while attacking with a melee weapon. The attack gains Cleave 3. And when Cleave 3 means that we can pick another target that is also valid for the attack and damage them for 3. Then she's got a proximity strike. Exhaust this card while attacking with a melee weapon. You may force the defender to reroll one defense die of your choice, and then we can reroll an attack die. Finally, she got on the mission that I surrendered for. If I strain and exhaust, discard during your activation and choose. If exhaust this card during your activation and choose a hostile figure within 3 spaces, roll 1 green die, and that figure suffers damage equal to the damage result. And then she's got an environmental hazard suit, which is a little bit of armor. When you perform a rest, you recover 1 additional damage. And deplete this card to recover 5. Let's go. Let's go with her. She has 4 endurance, 12 health, 5 speed. She defends with the black, which you've seen before, and those are her abilities when she tests. Okay, so this is a small figure because it only occupies 1 square, and she is 3 away. So I could use my Mandalorian whip to bring it closer. Only issue is that these guys are not going to be valid targets because although she has reach, these guys are too far away. If she moved here by straining herself or using a move action, then they will still not. If they were here they are valid targets. 1, 2, 3, but this guy is no longer 3 spaces away. So with all that said and done, I can either my issue with this guy is that he self-destructs. That's pretty tough. So I might want to go that way and just ignore the cleave for now. But the cleave is so good, like 3 damage would get this guy's almost dead. And we kind of need to get them almost dead. But again, the cleave wouldn't work because they wouldn't be valid targets unless I'm here. And then these 2 will be valid targets because with my reach, I could reach them both. So do I want to go for that? I mean, it's tempting. Also, I am weakened, so while I'm attacking, I get -1 surges to my attack results. Is the cleave with a surge? Cleave is with a surge. Cleave is with a surge. Okay. So I think I'm just going to go for the droid. So we're going to pull it towards us. 1, 2, 3. So we have to exhaust in order to do that. By the way, this guy has Lone Wolf. At the end of your activation, if there are no friendly figures adjacent to you, recover 1 strain. But she was there at the end of my activation, so that wouldn't have worked. But she just strained herself, which I give her a damage instead of a strain. Okay. And she's going to pull this guy over. 1, 2 to space adjacent. And then I can push that figure up to 3 spaces to a space adjacent and perform an attack. So I'm going to roll red and green. This guy is defending with the black. And what else am I going to do? While attacking with the melee weapon, apply +1 to the... Okay, so that's for the result, so I can do that later. While attacking with the attack against Cleave 3, which we're not going to use. Attacking with the melee weapon, you may force the defender. Okay, so all of that we can do later. So for now, let's just roll. Okay, that's kind of what I like to see. They blocked a surge, which we didn't even get. They're taking 5 damage, which is not going to kill them because they have 7 damage. But at least we're almost there. I need to do 2 more damage. I can do another attack, but I'm thinking maybe if this is not an action to use my remote detonator. I just need to strain myself and then exhaust this card. Choose a hostile figure within 3 spaces. Roll 1 green die. That figure. So I think I'm going to do it. Figure suffers damage equals to the damage results. So I'm going to exhaust it or tap it. I did strain myself. And we're going to roll a green and see what happens. If we can get 2 damage on a green die, the droid will be dead. And we get exactly 2 damage. So yes, let's get this probe droid out of the way. We'll put the card back. We also need to tell the app that the droid has been defeated. We get 5 fame for that. And she still has 1 more action. She could... I think she's going to strain herself. and she can only take 4, so she's almost up to her max to move. You can do this twice in a turn, so I could move up to 2 spaces by straining myself twice. Because from there, I can reach these guys. And I'm thinking let's beat down on the guy in the middle and then apply the cleave. She does have respite at the end of your activation if you're not adjacent to any hostile figures. Recover 1 strain, so she's going to recover 1 strain because she's not moving from there, and there are no hostile figures adjacent to her. So we did that. We're gonna roll our red and green again. Not red and green. Yes, red and green. No, yes, red and green. And these guys are defending with a black. We don't have to strain because we're not using the Mandalorian whip. We can reach him from there. So let's see how it goes. I think, yeah, and we are still, because we're weakened, at -1 search. Wow. Okay. I mean, if she keeps rolling like that, I'm not gonna have any complaints. Of course, we didn't get the search, which we kind of wanted for the cleave, because the cleave. Actually, we don't even need that. Exhaust this card while attacking with melee weapon. The attack gains cleave 3. Okay, so we did do how much damage? A bunch. 5. Okay, so 5 damage. I think this guy is done because he already had 2. So 5 plus 2 is 7, more than enough. So this guy is dead. But we don't tell the app until all of the guys in the group are defeated. And then we're going to exhaust this one to use our bleed ability. And this guy is at 2, so he'll be at 5. I know they heal, so why hit a guy that's going to heal? Let's just go for the guy that's not, I mean, that's going to heal, but at least we have more damage on him. Is there anything else I can do? We have peers, but they didn't block anything. Apply +1. Oh yeah, we can exhaust this card while attacking to apply +1 to the attack results, but we killed him, and that we cannot do that on the cleave. So unfortunately, that's not going to help us. Apply 1. Okay, nope. I think we're good. It's so much to keep track of, and then at the end of her activation, she's going to remove a strain because she's not adjacent to any hostile figures, and she discards her condition. So she helped clear the way, but she is done, and an enemy is going to go. It's going to be Soren. General Soren is preoccupied with the siege of Haven. Haven's defenses have been damaged. How is that a bonus? All right, activation, executive order. Another Imperial figure that can perform an attack attacks the healthy rebel that has suffered the most damage. So another Imperial figure, so any of them really, that can perform an attack. Well, that's the one that can perform an attack would be probably the snowtroopers. They're the ones that are closer. They attack the healthy rebel that has suffered the most damage. So that would be Shyla. So they're going for Shyla. And yeah, let's do it. And I'm guessing we would use the one that's here, who is focused. When you declare an attack or attribute test, add 1 green die to the dice pool. So they're attacking with blue, green, green, and Shyla defends with black. Shyla blocks 3, which is what they got. They have 2 surges. So surge priority. I wonder if we used his surge priority because he didn't attack. That's interesting. Or can I pull up the snow troopers? I can't. Okay. So I guess we'll use his. So he's going to focus, but he's already focused. And then the other one will stun Shyla. Shyla is just getting all the conditions. So you cannot attack or voluntarily exit your space, but with an action we can discard this. So basically she just, instead of 2 actions during her next activation, she's only going to get 1, which is not good. And that was just the first thing. Then he motivates. Another ready, non-focused Imperial figure, let me take this off, becomes focused. Okay. Who do we want to focus? They're both focused because this guy wants to focus somebody, and then he's finished. And we go again. Shyla only has 1 action, but right now, both of these guys are within reach. So maybe we can send her first, since all she's going to do is 1 attack. She has to use 1 action to discard the condition. And then with the second action, she's going to attack. By the way, at the beginning of her turn, everything gets refreshed. Okay, so she's rolling a red and a green, and hopefully now she'll get some surges. All right, so they blocked 2. We still have 2 more, actually. Yeah, they blocked 2. However, Remember, we have Piers 1, so they only block 1. So we're inflicting 3 plus a surge. So let's see. Let's hit the guy that's more hurt. Actually, that guy would die. So do we want to start beating down the other guy? He needs only 1 to die. The cleave would do it, so yes. So 3 plus a surge. What surge shall we use? We could cleave 2, but I don't think we need to. The other guy's gonna die just with our other card. So he can bleed, +1 and bleed. So yeah, I think I like that better. And bleed means a strain, but since they don't get strained, they just get an extra damage. I believe that's how it goes. 1, 2, 3, I think it's 5. 2, 4, 5. Yes. Okay. So let me switch this to a 5. Actually, since this guy is going to die because of our cleave, which we have to tap, we'll just do it like that. And then I'm going to try to do the same thing with my remote detonator. So I do have to strain in order to do that, but that way Fen can come over here and attack the guy, either one, whichever one he wants, and start working on those terminals. When I exhaust this, I did get my strain, which hopefully I will recover 1 strain at the end of my activation. Let's see, and we're gonna roll a green, and we did it again. We got the 2. Okay, all right. So sayonara to this guy. I mean, Shyla is pretty OP, I will say. Like, with just 1 action, she defeated 2 stormtroopers. Of course, um, she did get some help from Fen, who started the beatdown. Okay, but they're defeated, and Shyla is done. So we're gonna get another enemy. Okay, here he goes. And it says, before this activation, the highest cost Imperial figure that isn't already focused becomes focused. Okay, well these guys are done, so we can, and they were focused. Wait, so if they were focused, does that mean that I would have lost my ability for my search? I think so. I might have cheated there, guys, but I don't remember what I did, so we'll just leave it. Focus is pretty good ability because it helps both when attacking and when defending. I mean, it messes you up when attack. No, yeah, it helps both. But anyways, all right. So which guy is activating, by the way? Is it the gray one? It is the gray one. So it's this guy. I like to know because then maybe we should hit the one that hasn't activated yet so that he doesn't get to activate. So that's why I check. So all right. So the highest now would be Soren. Another Imperial figure with that figure cost. Wait, hold on. Before this activation, the highest cost Imperial figure who isn't already focused becomes focused. Okay, so Soren is focused, and hopefully I will remember that. And then another Imperial figure with the figure cost of 3 or less attacks the healthy rebel closest to this figure. So that will be the other Imperial figure. However, I don't think he can attack anybody because he can't see anybody. He has no line of sight to our guys. So we move on to the next one. Move 3 to attack the closest healthy rebel. Okay, so he's gonna move 3, but I don't know. 1, 2, 3. Does any line of sight here? I should probably get my tool. All right, so I got me this thing, which looks really weird. It's actually for golf, I believe. You put it on the golf, what do you call it? The club, I guess. And it helps you see if your ball's like gonna shoot which way straight. But for me, it's just creates a line so that I can check line of sight. And we go from any corner to any corner. So from this corner to that corner, it does go through this one right here. So I don't think he has line of sight because it cannot go through corners. So if he can't do that, then he won't even try. 1, 2, 3. Because that's the thing. If they can't attack, then they move to the next thing. So he's going to move 2 to reposition 5. But he's already more than 5. But if he wants to reposition 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he wants to be here. And then move 6 to reposition 5. But he's already at 5. So cower. If not within 3 spaces of a rebel, recover 2 health. Yeah, and he's not, but he hasn't been hurt. So he's finished. Okay, so now I know that it was this guy, so let's go for that guy. Fenn's gonna come and check this terminal, or at least defeat this guy so he's not in the way. Because he is going to activate next. So Fenn is going to move, he's got a speed of 4. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. And now he's at 1, 2, 3. He's at range 3 of this guy, clear line of sight. 2, 3. So I know he has something that says when you declare, here it is, Trench Fighter. Exhaust this card when you declare an attack targeting a figure within 3 spaces. Apply +2 to the attack result. So we're going to add +2 damage. Hopefully we get some damage because we can do this after we roll. Let's see what else. Use while attacking to gain Pierce 1 and apply +2 accuracy to test attack results. Okay. He has, when you declare an attack, replace 1 die. Okay, so he is rolling blue and green, but he can replace 1 die with a red. So we're going to do that probably for the, I think last time we did it for the blue. We need to get 3 range. Blue has 3 range. Green has 3 range. Red has no range. Red is usually for melee attackers. This one has more chances, so we keep the blue, we'll get rid of the green. And then he's defending with a white die. And the white die actually, even though it doesn't look that great, it has this icon where our attack completely misses. Well, let's hope he doesn't roll that. No, he didn't. He only blocked 1, so he's still inflicting 3 damage, and that's actually enough to kill him. We don't even need to worry. Actually, we were inflicting 5 because we had exhausted this, but we don't have to exhaust it until we're ready to use it. Not that we're going to use it because we're done with him, but he did defeat this guy, so that means he's not going to activate, which is great news. Why did you not go away? There you go. And Fen is finished because he moved and he attacked. So we go to round 2. Okay. So Fen has work to do with the terminal, so I guess we are splitting the party. She's going to go defeat this guy or try, and then go check out that terminal. So because she has a little bit more work to do, let's go. Although this, if I play with him first, right, unlock the doors. That might be good, that might be bad, because Sora might be able to come attack us. So yeah, let's stick to the plan and work with her first. So everything gets unexhausted. And she moves 5. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, just 3 is all she needs. But because she's trying to get to the terminal, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's move the whole speed so we're closer to that terminal. Because I could even strain twice and come check the terminal for my second action if I do get to defeat that guy, which I don't know if I will be able to. So first is blue and red against the white. And before I forget, at the end of Fenn's activation, he would have recovered a strain because he's not adjacent to any friendly figures. And I think she was supposed to also recover 1, and I forgot. So many things. Let's roll. Okay, so he blocks the search, but I'm still killing him at 3, so that's good news. And he's been defeated. And then I think I will strain. I have to strain twice, which would put me at my max strain. But that will take me over to the terminal, and I can interact with the terminal and keep this thing going. So we're going to click on the terminal, and it says, amid the complex control panels before you, this terminal seems to control the destroyer's maintenance. A hero can interact with this terminal to try to disable it. So I can bypass security, which would be a tech. I can search the workstation, which would be a site where I can smash it. I think I'm going to try to bypass security because she rolls blue and yellow. I'm not sure. Let's see. Okay. The security seems adequate for an average slicer, but not for you. Ooh, okay, well that's not encouraging. Let's try. Well, I got 2 surges. Let's see if that's enough. You easily bypass the security and cut power to some of the destroyer's functions. Discard this terminal and open the closest door. There we go, opening doors. That was what I was afraid of. Okay. Okay, so we continue. She is at the end of her activation. There are no hostile figures adjacent to her, so she recovers a strain. I remember this time. Because I don't think she has line of sight to this guy. Probably not. Because now that the door is open before she ends her activation, at least she does. So, before she ends her activation, let's go ahead and use our remote detonator. All I have to do is, I can't strain anymore because I'm at max strain. So I wouldn't be able to use it because you cannot voluntarily take strain if you're at max. So that was it for her then. Our last hope. As the security fails, the lights flicker off and the entire bridge rumbles. You catch stuttered glimpses of the general as emergency lights strobe throughout the shuddering bridge. Stop those rebels! Soren shouts as he disappears into the shadows. Remove General Soren from the map. What a coward. Okay, so we'll have to leave him. I'm sure he'll be back. Let's take his card so I don't get confused. I don't know if he comes back focused. That's an interesting question because he did leave the map. All right, so continue. Oh, look, more fun. Emergency light glints off of a polished bronze chassis. The droid struggles to keep its balance as the bridge restabilizes. Deploy HK Assassin Droids Elite. Each figure in this group becomes weakened. Okay. All right, so this group has two, but they've told us exactly where they want them placed. So they're right in there. They're both weakened. Let me show you their card. They have a health of 6, and weakened means while attacking, apply -1 to the attack, and when defending, apply -1 to the defense results. Discard this condition at the end of your activation. So we have until they activate. You regret that Soren escaped through your fingers, but as Haven looms ever closer, you have no time to waste. And my objective has been updated, and we have to disable the other 2 terminals. Okay, well, we're on our way. We're coming. Okay, so let's have, the thing is, now everybody seems to be able to activate. Did I not finish her turn? I did, right? Don't remember. Did I say that she was finished? I know I cleared her up. Not a new round. She did go. The things you forget. He can't attack them. She could. She could come and attack them. At least one of them. Before they activate. Because they're going to lose their weakened status. But all they're do is... I think we're going to go for the terminal. Yeah, I think we're going to go with Fen. Should I just attack them? I'm debating this. I can strain to get a little bit closer to them, but of course then I can't use my thing. I could rest and heal and remove all my strain, but that takes an action, and then I would strain 1 to at least get rid of 1. I'm still going to activate. Should we just go for the terminals? I mean, I do have to get rid of them to get to this terminal. So I think, I don't know that I want to rest though. Well, I think if I rest, I would get, you know what? No, I'm just gonna go for the terminal and let them come to me, maybe hurt me a little bit, and then when I rest, I will heal a little bit more. So let's go with Fen. He moves a speed of 4. 1, I'm guessing the other door will open too. These squares with all these drawings is hard to tell. I think it's 1, 2, 3. So he'll be right here by the terminal. Let's do it. Amid the complex control panels before you, this terminal seems to control the destroyer's navigation. A hero can interact with its terminal to try to disable it. Now, he's not as good with... He's actually the same with everything. So we could bypass security, search the workstation. I'm guessing we're doing that to find Soren. I could smash it. I would love to smash it, but I think we're going to bypass security because it worked out the first time. So the security seems slightly more advanced than standard, but it's missing the update that covers your latest techniques. Okay, so we're going to test our tech, which is blue and green. And we get 2, which worked out good for Shyla. So let's see. Confirm. You infiltrate the terminal and disable some of the destroyer's functions. Okay, so we discard this and we open the closest door, which would be this one. We have 1 to go. The Star Destroyer is definitely listing now. You focus on taking the ship down while choosing to ignore the fact that you're still on it. And our objective is updated, disable the last terminal. Okay, he will recover this at the end of his activation, which is now because he's not near any friendly figure. And here they go. So as a bonus, they acquire target. At the start of this group's activation, each of its figures that does not have line of sight to a rebel moves 2 towards the closest rebel, gaining line of sight if possible. Alright, so we're splitting the group. We already checked that they don't have line of sight, so this guy's moving over here. And he does have line of sight to Fen now that the door is open, so I don't think he would be moving. So now versatile weaponry, which is not even an action, it's free. While attacking, the defender must reroll each defense dice showing an X result or 3 blocks results. Okay, so they're good at blocking, at preventing blocks. And now they're going to attack Fen Signis, apply +1 damage and +2 accuracy to the attack results. Okay, so let's start with this guy since he's closer. And then why did they move? She moved over there. They're going to attack Fen because they both want to do the same thing. So that's they're gonna roll. Wow, a lot. Two blues and a yellow. Exhaust this card while defending to apply +1 block to your defense results. So I might do that. And he also has take cover. Exhaust this card when an attack targeting you is declared. Add 1 white die to your defense pool. And I would because the X will be great, but they're gonna make me re-roll the X. So, but you know what? What else is in that white? Let's see. There are some blocks on this thing. Not many, but we can prevent maybe a surge. So I guess we'll add it. He'll exhaust himself. Exhaust this card to add 1 die. Okay. Let's see how we roll, and if we need to, we'll go ahead and exhaust the armor. Exhaust this card to add +1 block. All right, let's see. So we blocked 2, and we prevented a surge. They also get, because they're weakened, when attacking they get -1 surge. So we blocked this 2. We prevented this surge. The other surge is prevented on its own. So we do get 1 damage and another damage because of their ability here. So that's 2 damage for Fen. Although I could exhaust to apply 1 more to my defense. And I guess I should, so I don't take the extra damage. Because I don't think this guy, I mean, he'll have a harder time getting to Fen. Let's see. Then we skip the one with the star because they only do 1 of those per activation. So we go to the next one, move 2 to reposition 5. He wants to be like far away from Fen. 1, let's put him here so he's far away from her too. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's 4, best he can do. And he's done, but then the other guy is going to go through these things again. Still going to make me re-roll if I roll good. And then attack Fen Siggins from here. 1. He has line of sight. I'm pretty sure he does. It's just really far line of sight. Yep, he does. Can go to any corner. Okay. I guess he was gonna do that. He has to get a range of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is gonna be hard, but he does have +2 accuracy. Okay, so same dice, blue, blue, yellow against the black. I can no longer add my white die because I already did it and it's exhausted, so we're gonna go with that. Okay, he does loses 1 surge. But I block 1, so that die is ignored. So I'm getting 1 damage plus the 1 damage from here, another 2 damage for Fen. Okay, and then he's going to same thing, move 2 to reposition 5. He's already 5 away from this guy. I don't know if they would move away from this rebel because he was attacking Fen. So it's kind of like we target on Fen. So I'm just going to leave him there. He's going to finish. They're no longer weakened, making things a little bit tougher. I think Fen might go for the terminal. He can strain terminal. Actually, Fen can't do that. It's Shyla's turn. Fen is blacked out, means he can't activate. Well, Shyla has a guy right next to her. Be nice to get rid of him. Has 6 health. And then if she strains, it would be 1, 2. Yeah, she could strain and go for the terminal. Or she could try and hit that other guy. I don't think they're going to activate next time, so I have a little bit of time to defeat the other guy. And I'm wondering if I complete the terminal thing, if they just disappear. Sometimes that happens. But let's attack first. So I'm rolling red and green. He would not be a valid target. If I move here, he's still not a valid target, so it doesn't matter, because I was thinking if I strain 2, if I strain 2 right here, I can't strain 2, I can only strain 1, but that will work. I have 3, so if I strain 1 just to move, that's my max, then both of them are targets, and if I get surges, I can cleave them. So I will do that. Let's roll. Okay, so they block 2, we inflict 2, we also have a surge. So let's go a little, so there's 2. And then with my surge, I can exhaust this card while attacking with a weapon to have them reroll, but I don't think I want to do that. I'm trying to figure out my surge. Oh, they do. I do have Pierce 1, so actually they take 1 more. They only block 1, so that's that. And then exhaust this card while attacking to apply +1 to the attack results. Sure, that's another damage. Okay, and then I still have a surge that I haven't used. I can stun, I can bleed, I can do +1 and bleed, or I can cleave 2. Actually, I don't think I need to. Let me see. He's at what? 4. I need 2 more damage on him. I could do 1 more and bleed, which actually would kill him because bleed is another damage. But it actually happens when he activates. That's when he would bleed. But I'm going to remember that, so I'm just going to take him off. And then we'll exhaust this card. Where is it? While attacking with a melee weapon, the attack gains cleave 3 to do 3 damage to him. And unfortunately, I can't strain anymore, or else I would go to the terminal and take care of it. But since I can't, I'll just do another attack. This time I won't have my cool stuff. I can also, well, I can't strain, so I can't do that. So let's just do another attack. Same dice. Alright, same deal. Blocks 2. I have 1 damage. Actually I have Pierce, so he only blocks 1, so I have 2 damage on him. And since I got a surge, I can do +1 and bleed, so he's also done. I'm telling you, Shyla is our killer here. Okay, so these go away. He goes away. At the end of our activation, she'll recover a string. We will tell the app that he has been defeated. We will also tell the app that she's done. And we still have to go to the terminal, but at least now the map is cleared. We have some time to come and get that terminal done. I'm guessing after that we have to find Soren and kill him? I don't know.